Hello and welcome to Radiant Moments, a J&B podcast. I'm Michelle and I'm so glad you're here. Today, let's take a moment just for you. If you're able, settle into a comfortable space, perhaps by a window or with a warm drink in hand. Allow yourself a small pause to simply breathe and feel at ease. In the caregiving journey, moments of peace can feel rare. Here, we'll create that space together. A moment to reconnect with yourself, find a sense of calm, and reflect on the beauty within this path. Together, we'll explore stories of resilience, share insights, and find strength in each other's experiences. Whether you're here to learn, to reflect, or simply to feel supported, know that you're part of a community that understands and uplifts you. So join me in this quiet space and let's begin. In our previous episode, we explored the importance of emotional regulation, discussing how we can shift from feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or frustrated to calm and centered in under 90 seconds. We talked about how this skill can transform our caregiving journey and also help our loved ones find stability and peace. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most dynamic roles that caregivers take on, the serial negotiator. The role of a caregiver often means we wear many hats: parent, nurse, coach, emotional support, and sometimes even a chef. But one role that seems to weave its way through all aspects of caregiving is that of the serial negotiator. Whether it's negotiating with doctors for best treatment options, advocating with insurance companies for the right coverage, or even bargaining with your loved one to take their medication, or follow through on a care plan, the negotiations never seem to end. Being a serial negotiator requires patience, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to find the best possible outcome for our loved ones. It's a role that often goes unacknowledged, but is vital to ensuring that our loved ones receive the best possible care and support available. Let's explore some key areas where negotiation plays a crucial part in caregiving. Negotiating with medical professionals. One of the most common places we find ourselves negotiating is in the medical setting. Whether you're talking to a specialist about treatment options or discussing medication plans with a pharmacist, you'll quickly realize that you're acting as an advocate for your loved one. Doctors and medical staff may be experts in their fields, but you are the expert when it comes to understanding your loved one's unique needs, preferences, and responses to treatment. This is where the skill of negotiation really comes into play. It's about balancing the medical advice you're given with your instinct as a caregiver and what you know is best for your loved one. Sometimes it's about pushing back when a treatment plan doesn't feel right, or asking more questions when things aren't clear. Other times it's about advocating for a less invasive option or making sure that medical team sees the full picture of your loved one's health, not just the immediate issue at hand. A key strategy in this situation is preparation. Before any major appointments, write down key questions you need answers to. Be clear about what outcomes you want and what's non-negotiable for your loved one's care. Practice calm and clear communication, and always listen actively to medical professionals to ensure they feel respected, which often opens the door to better collaboration. Another major area of negotiation for caregivers is with insurance companies. It's no secret that navigating the world of healthcare coverage can be exhausting and frustrating. From denied claims to figuring out what treatments are covered, caregivers can easily find themselves spending hours on the phone, fighting for the care their loved ones need. This type of negotiation can feel especially draining because it often involves bureaucracy and processes that feel out of our control. But here's where patience and persistence become invaluable tools. Keep detailed records of every conversation, take notes on what's been said, and don't hesitate to ask for a supervisor when things get stuck. Your calm persistence can sometimes make the difference in getting the necessary care approved. Additionally, arming yourself with knowledge about your loved one's coverage can be a huge advantage. Understand their policy, inside and out. Know what's covered and be ready to appeal if something gets denied. Remember, persistence pays off. Don't be afraid to follow up repeatedly if necessary. Perhaps one of the most challenging forms of negotiation happens directly with our loved ones. Convincing someone to take their medication, follow a doctor's care plan, or even make lifestyle adjustments can be an uphill battle. This is especially true if your loved one is dealing with chronic illness, cognitive decline, or mental health issues. In these situations, the key is empathy and understanding. Your loved one might be struggling with fear, frustration, or even denial about their condition. Approaching these conversations with patience and empathy, while also standing firm in what's necessary for their well-being, can help ease the resistance. Sometimes it's about finding creative ways to frame the conversation, like highlighting the positives of sticking to a care plan, or offering choices that give them a sense of control. One effective strategy is to make it a partnership, not a directive. Instead of saying, "You need to take your medication," try saying, "I know it's tough, but I want to work with you to make this easier. How can we find a way that feels comfortable for you?" Now that we've explored some of the key areas where caregivers need to negotiate, let's dive into the tools and strategies that can help you navigate these conversations effectively, while still maintaining your own peace of mind. Number 1, stay calm and stay clear. The art of negotiation starts with clear communication. Whether you're talking to a doctor, an insurance agent, or your loved one, it's important to stay calm and communicate clearly. Take deep breaths, pause when needed, and make sure you're truly hearing what the other person is saying. This creates space for open dialogue and prevents misunderstandings. Number 2, be prepared. Wherever possible, prepare in advance for any major conversations. Write down the key points you want to address. Do your research and be ready to offer solutions. Having a clear goal for what you want to achieve can make negotiations smoother and more focused. Number 3, practice flexibility. Negotiation often involves compromise. While it's important to know what your non-negotiables are, it's equally important to be flexible where you can. Being open to alternative solutions can often lead to an outcome that works for both parties. Number 4, self-care during negotiations. Don't forget that constant negotiation can take an emotional toll. After a tough conversation, take a few minutes to check in with yourself. This could mean taking a short walk, making your favorite tea, or even practicing deep breathing. Tending to your emotional well-being ensures that you can stay resilient in future negotiations. Negotiation is one of the most dynamic and demanding roles caregivers take on. From advocating with doctors to bargaining with insurance companies, and even navigating difficult conversations with your loved ones. It's a skill that requires patience, resilience, and unwavering commitment to finding the best possible outcome. But remember, you don't have to do it alone. Take moments to recharge, lean on your support network, and continue refining your negotiation skills as you go. It's a journey, but one that's made easier with the right tools and mindset. In our next episode, we'll be exploring the powerful connection between visualization practices and resilience building in the context of caregiving. We'll dive into how visualizing positive outcomes can strengthen our abilities to handle challenges, and how these practices can empower caregivers to remain grounded, focused, and resilient even in the toughest moments. You won't want to miss this insightful discussion. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Radiant Moments. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with other caregivers who might benefit from it. Remember, the art of negotiation can be challenging, but the patience, resilience, and the right tools, you've got this. Until next time, stay radiant, stay empowered, and keep shining your light bright.